Okay. All right, there we go. All right, welcome back, everybody, to Coffee. It's getting low. And Art in the Morning. I'm Dede. Thanks for being here. It's my Monday morning stream on Ustream.tv. It's a live show with live people. And yes, we talk a lot. So anyway, thanks everybody for being here. We have almost good grief, we have almost 80 people here this morning. Thanks everybody. If I miss saying good morning to you, I'll try to catch you if you talk in chat there. And so we already did a little bit of Happy Mail. These are my focus cards, and just because this makes me happy. So I bought a new roll of shipping paper. Turn it around. And I use this for art scrolls. Now, if you haven't seen my art scrolls animal drawings, then I do have a lot of videos on the art scroll. I think I might have a playlist for art scroll animals. If not, just look up animals in my playlist and you'll find where I've drawn animals. So what I'm going to do is I'll have to probably tape this down. It's new scroll, so it's going to be really wanting to get away from me. And then I have my Sarah O weights, my scroll weights that I'll weight it down. So let me move this out of the way. And what we're going to do is, for those of y'all that have been around long enough to know, I do Inktober with Mr. Jake Parker's Inktober. And last year I did everything nautical and fish and anything sea creatures is what I did last year. This year I want to do reptiles and amphibians. So I've already been doing some sketches. Let me just kind of put this here for a second. Um, Let me get some of my sketches here. I've been doing a few reptiles, amphibians, for practicing and getting some ideas for sketches for the inking, inking them in Inktober. But today I just want to practice just drawing some frogs and stuff, doing a little painting, and we'll probably work an hour or two on this. Then I have another color book project in the works today. So I've just done a few different things with reptiles, snakes. Let me flip through here and find. Here's some frogs. So that's what I want to really do today is frogs, and we'll see what else. So they're just frogs, lizards, different bits and parts of frogs and lizards. And so you can see these are all the things that I'll probably be addressing or drawing, inking in Inktober. Got frogs, lizards, snakes, turtles, dinosaurs, salamanders, toads, newts, crocodiles, alligators might make its way in there. And so those are the kind of things that I want to draw for or ink on Inktober. So, but today I'm going to do some frog drawings and paintings like y'all seen we've done before. So hopefully we might have to readjust our lighting and stuff because I'm going from a black page to a craft color. Did you see on Twitter, Linda Arden, awesome news? She's going to have, I heard she is going to, or that's all I saw, Jean. I did not see. So yeah, Linda, we call her Art Unit. She has a gallery in Canada, and she's going to be doing an art show in Toronto. We'll have to post links and talk about it as that gets closer. I think it's next year. That's all the information that I really saw. Yeah, but frogs are amphibians, but not all amphibians are frogs. So yeah. So I said both. So, um, oh my God. What's a Reese's cup? You don't know what Reese's are? Okay, hang on. I'll show you a picture. No, I'll let you Google it because it's going to flash out my camera. If you need practice drawing, I need. Well, that's what the show is for, Bam. All right, so I think what I'm going to do is I guess I might have to, well, it's hard to tape down because I have to keep moving it around. So I'll probably just use my little sticks here because we're at the very beginning of the scroll. once I can scroll the end onto my lap, then the bend of the table holds it down. But when we start out, it's pretty wants to scroll. All right, so other than knowing that I wanted to draw frogs today, that's all the plan that I had. I mean, I don't have any certain one picked out. I'm just going to scroll through some Google images. There's some cool blue ones. There's an orange one, of course, every kind of green one. There's just so many different colors of frogs. Now, I've drawn that tree frog. There's a tree frog. I've drawn him a few times, so I really don't want to draw him again. Hey, Miko, how you doing? Good to see you. So I'm just going to kind of see. I just want a kind of a basic frog to start with. And there's thousands of pictures. I could put in green frog. Let me do that because I might get more of the regular. The more specific you are when you look for an image in Google Images, the more frog on a bike. Yeah, I'm just gonna draw regular, because when I go to do my Inktober, I'm not gonna do any cartoons and draw them on bikes or alligators smoking cigarettes and all that like we've done before. I just want to draw some regular old drawings today. Here's just a plain old frog. So what I'm going to do is I'll just snap a few pictures so I don't have to stay online. I can just click a few here. Let's see. I want to draw probably at least 3 in the set or something like that. So hope everybody's having a good Monday morning and had a good weekend. Let's see. That one's kind of cool. He's just kind of facing us. Maybe him. Let me pick 4 or 5. Okay. A frog on it. You girls, frog on a bike. Okay, here's another green frog. That one's kind of cool. We'll pick that one. Okay, we'll just go with 3 for now. And then let's just go with regular frogs. Maybe we'll find another, no, not green. We'll just find, it could be any color. Do you have to look at a picture to draw? If you want to draw it anatomically correct, you have to have references. I don't know where people get that artists don't use references. I don't even know where that even started. Poor Leonardo and Michelangelo. They must be really, feeling bad that they used references. I don't know. Bless their hearts. Let's see. What other frogs here? Unless you got a photographic memory or you've drawn thousands of them. If I had drawn thousands of frogs, I could probably draw some from my head. Yeah, I have not drawn thousands of frogs or every single animal in the kingdom of animals. All right, let's see. Do I want another color one or do I want? Because there's some cool blue ones too. I think I probably have enough. Although I love the tree frogs with the orange eyes. Those are just really fun. So, got some blue ones. Maybe that pair of blue ones there. I'll save those too, and maybe one other blue one. Let's see, there's all these really cool blue ones. I'm really liking the blue frogs. Just saying. Let's go with some blue ones. All right, I think I got enough. Yeah, bless their hearts. All right, so I got some frogs picked out. Maybe we'll start with the blue ones, just because, why not? All right, so I have some blue frogs, and you can look anything up. I'm just going to draw a couple here. We'll see where they go. And I draw them big, of course. The picture's that little. I'm going to draw them this big. All right, so let me move I'll probably have to keep sliding back and forth here to get the whole picture, but I'll try to stay on this side because I got Lappy right here. He's literally bumped up against the pantry rack that I keep Lappy on so he doesn't get paint on him. So if you have any questions, put them in caps so I know you're talking to me. I know you're not yelling at me. I just know that you are Let me put a little thing here of my pencil sharpening shavings, and we're going to draw some frogs. So I think I will do a couple of big blue ones. So let's try to stay within this and within here. So because I still have another, that still gives me more over there, but I'm going to try to kind of stay right in here. Let's see if I can fix my lighting a little. I have a shadow right there from something. Where's that shadow coming from right there? Oh, it's from the laptop. Let me kind of back that up a little. All right, there we go. So anyway, I'm just going to use a white Prismacolor pencil, and this is just shipping paper. If we get a little fuzzy, I'll correct that as we start to paint. Hey Flint, how y'all doing? Thanks everybody for being here. Okay, so I'm just going to start sketching out. I want one frog to be about in here, and then I want the other frog to kind of be maybe right up in here. I just want to kind of get their placement. So that's where they'll be placed. One here, one there. Okay, and then I'm just going to start kind of sketching them out. And these are these blue frogs. And again, I'm not trying to do, you know, if I was going to do a scientific drawing or something like that, I'd probably be even more careful, but I'm not. All right, so I just want to have a little bit of fun in my big giant art animal scroll. So Ustream is finally working today. Oh, well, good. Good to have you, Tar Heel Teresa. Nice to have you. So I'm drawing him nice and big here. He's got a big fat belly. And we're just going to draw for a while, just so y'all can see. You can just play. I mean, it's a $3 roll of paper. What's it got, about 50 feet on it? So, you know, you're the boss of your art scroll. We're drawing some blue frogs right now. I'm just kind of getting in the the mood for, and I've been any free time I have, which means I have to make the time. But any free time I have, I'm drawing reptiles, amphibians to get into the Inktober. Now his little fingers here, you only can see like one or two on each, but I'm going to add another one. I don't have to go by just, what the pictures are. And I've got a couple different pictures of blue frogs here. Anywho. There's other hands over there. Maybe we'll have one curled up. You can, play around with it. It doesn't have to be just like the picture. Do what you want, Do what you want. I'm going to make him, let's see, I'll make his little belly a little rounder. And, yeah, this big eye right here. He's got spots all over him, too, but we'll draw the spots after we base coat him. So there's one. Let me sharpen my pencil. We'll be finding Dede scrolls in our museums. Probably not, Bam, but I just have fun. I just have fun. All right, let's get that up there. All right. So now let's move over to this guy. And again, you can, follow it as close or as not close as you want, because you're the boss of your drawing. Just trying to keep it scrolled up a little. Let's move down just a little. So anyway, but I just want to, I like to do the animal scroll every now and then. Let's resharpen that pencil. Just to let you know that you can do, big sketches and drawings on just craft paper, shipping paper, right? I think it feels like it might break again. We'll see. On just big shipping paper because it's only like $3 for 50 foot or more. I threw the wrapper away, so I don't remember how many feet are on there. But yeah, you can get a lot of mileage out of a roll of. Let's see, I think I'll make his little face a little longer, his body a little bit shorter there, and there's his back leg coming around this way. They're fat little, these little blue frogs are kind of chubby. They're chubby little things. His little belly is like underneath of him there. Not quite that bad, but anyway. So I just want to do a little sketchy here. When in Georgia, I finally got to go books a million. Yay, good. Yeah, hope you survive the humidity. That's really the thing about. Okay, so his little foot here, I think I'm gonna, you can't see it that much, but I'm gonna make it so you can see it a little bit more. I made him really chubby. But that's his back leg back there. And again, I really, you can't see all their little toes, but I really love the toes, so I'm going to make the toes more prominent in mine. So I think I'll have them come up with something like that. Something like that. Flabby frog. Oh, but anyway, so we'll see. We're just going to start with that. Okay, so I'm going to get a couple of colors of paint out. I want some, let's see, where's my kind of a true blue color. This is ocean blue. Probably ocean blue and probably Prussian blue. Let me get and some white and black. We'll see. Budweiser blue frogs. Oh, gee, guys, y'all are so funny. If y'all are watching the show, oh, this one I didn't close. I can tell it's got a paint booger right there. See right there? Paint skin over because I didn't close the lid, so it dries up on the inside the lid. You gotta try to remember. You wouldn't think that one little air hole would do that, but that's what happens if you don't close them up. Oh yeah, it does. It does have more. Barnes and Noble usually does have more of a selection. Okay, let me get a baby wipe. Keep my hands clean here. Oh, actually, baby wipes might be good to hold the scroll right there. That's good. For sure. That like the newer stuff. Books A Million has a lot of discounted books too. So. All right, let's see. Let's get my water a little closer. And let's see what brushes I got sitting right here. Let's get a nice angle brush. Angle brushes are my favorites because they're versatile. You can get some, let me show you here. With the angle brush, got too much water in there. You can get a nice flat. Okay, you can get a line. You get thin lines. You can get dots. You know, just points. So you can get a lot of stuff with the angle brush. All right, so I'm going to start. Oh, let me get a little white. Where's my white and black here? A little white. A little black. So we're just going to play a little bit. I'm going to do base coat them in. And then we'll do a little, you know, detail with some color pencil. But, don't be afraid. Make notes if something comes to your mind. We've done this before. Something comes to your mind while you're painting or drawing and you think, oh, that reminds me of whatever. Make notes of it. Write your notes. Draw one frog leg if you want. Draw one, like I love the way that the feet are like, usually can have the, let me sharpen my pencil again. When you draw, though, with the white pencil, it does get dulled down real quick because you're drawing large. So you got to keep sharpening. But I love frog feet and how they, just the little toes have those rounded little, little, you can just do so much with them. Little toes like that. So, just if you do a little bit, an eye, if you see an eye that you think is really cool, like this one has just jet black eyes. So you might want to just practice just the eyeball. You want to maybe practice the shine right in the eye. So, basics paint. Yeah, that's a heavy body. Liquid Tech Basic is more, it's not, it's more of an artist grade, but you have to be careful with some of the different artist grades they're shiny, and not that there's anything wrong with it. Different paints for different projects. I like my Americana craft paints because they're very matte and I can go do penciling over them. So you need to test your paint, see it depends on what you want to do with them, right? All right, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to mix me up a little bit of light blue, light blue as a base. Just a base coat. It actually needs just a little bit more of a bluer. That blue's too true blue. Let's just see here. That'll probably be good for a base. And I'm just generally getting the color. There's so many colors of Americana paint, as y'all see, seen me show how many I have. Okay, so I want him to be not quite as tall there. So right now I'm just going to just put a solid color just to block them in. I'm just going to block them in. So just play, don't be afraid. It's just paint and paper. It's even craft paper that's not even expensive. So I'll just keep mixing me up a little bit more. You're welcome. And the sketchy lines, I just leave them. I'll just kind of fill in the areas where in between. Okay, so he's got a big leg right there. It comes around this way. His foot comes around that way. I need to take a sip of coffee. His feet are going to be here, here, and there. If you have any questions, put them in caps. So this is just to block them in. And I just like to play. I like to play with paint and sketches, and so I just want y'all to see that you can just do all kinds of play with your paints and sketches. Sorry about my throat, guys. It's just I sleep with a fan on, and that makes my throat scratchy. Hey, Silver Screen. I haven't seen you around for a while. Good to see you. We're just painting some little blue frogs. Just a little play today. And again, I'm going to do my own kind of feet. His feet don't exactly look like this, but I want them to be this way. And then I'll just get a little bit of, because he's going to have those little balls on the feet. Little circles. Okay, let me get one little smaller brush for the eye. Frog croaking through. Yes. I'm just going to base coat it in. I'll do both of them. And so I'll just show you up here where we're going to do a little sample eye too. He's got his little nostril. All right, let's go over to this one. Nice colors. Yeah, there's blue frog. I mean, there's blue, red. There's all kinds of colors of frog. This one's a little chubby one here. So I'm just gonna play a little. They're frogs. We'll put some details on them with a little bit of paint, a little bit of pencil. Is your reference a blue one? Yes, my reference is a blue one. But I'm not necessarily following it exactly either. Like I said, I'm doing different feet because I want the feet to be more prominent. So. You know, a reference is your guide. And, you know, you can follow it as closely or not as you want. But if you don't know what a frog looks like and you just try to make one up in your head, you could, you know, maybe do a decent one, especially if you've drawn a lot of frogs. But for people to say, oh, I don't draw from a reference, or oh my gosh, you draw from a reference, then they've probably never really drawn very much, to tell you the truth, or very limited subject matter. Because unless you have a photographic memory, you're not going to remember what every animal, and of course I do portraits. You have to you have to use a reference. You know, I'm not going to draw you know, grandson Johnny out of my head. I had no idea what Johnny looks like, you know, without a reference. So I think that people that say they don't use you know, that it's artists shouldn't use references, I think they've just never drawn very much, to tell you the truth. Everyone wants frogs now? And again, this is just a little base coating in. We'll put more detail. Hey, color art mama. Good to see you. Look at his little nose, almost like a little, I don't know, it looks a little funny. I'm going with it. We're rolling with it. All right, so they're kind of based in there. Let's make his leg a little bit more out there. There we go. That's a funny little look on his face, but we're going to fix that when I get with color pencils. Oh my gosh, he has a funny little expression. Oh my gosh, I kind of like it. We'll scoop him in a little bit there. All right, let me dry this with the heat gun real quick. Then we'll go in with more detail. Mostly girls are yeah. Do you have metallic glue? I probably might. I might have metallic glue. Yeah. I don't know where that idea even came from. That artists don't use. Like I said, you're going to have to talk to Leonardo. You're going to have to talk to Michelangelo. Not only did they use, people as references or costumes or trees or whatever they drew from life, which is a reference, okay? But when even when Michelangelo did the Sistine Chapel, he had tracings. He made big, what they used to call cartoons back in the day. It was like a big, like tracing paper with, they poke holes outlining they didn't have tracing paper. They had thin, paper. And well, what they would do is poke holes in it, like outline it with poked holes. Then they'd take that, which was called a cartoon, put it on the wall, a plaster, and chalk it. And then when you took the paper away, you'd see the little black outlines. Give Mama Frog giving Teen Frog a talking to. So you girls have imaginations. Uh-oh, it's not quite dry there. You girls have imaginations. Let me dry it a little more. All right. Because some of it is thick, see? The paint is thick in areas. And you can't put colored pencil over wet paint, obviously. And I'm glad I'm wearing one of my art shirts. Because I just rubbed through my sleeve through it. Is it dry? Yeah, I just don't want to make a mess on everything else. Hi, Iffy. Let's make sure there's still a little bit of wet paint right there. I think that's the only place that's left that's kind of damp. Let me just pull some of that up. Okay, we're just playing around on the art and the new art scroll today. And you can see I don't keep it neat. You know, ain't nothing neat about it. And, you know, I can even do, like, here's some of the colors that I'm using. If I want to remember the colors I'm using, you could put your colors out there. And you could write down the names of the colors if you wanted to remember. See, this is your sketch. This is your, like, it's like my giant sketchbook, okay? It's like my giant sketchbook. I'll do whatever on this. More baby wipes. Okay, hey, Dar. Good to see you. It's been a while. Hope everything's going well with you. All right, so now, and again, I'm weighing, because we're at a new art scroll, I'm weighing down the corners because it wants to curl, right? Yes, I'm the boss of my art scroll. Where's my pencil? All right, now, I think I'll at least get his little eyes. I want his little eyes kind of blocked in there. And it's, I know it's probably, well, maybe it's a little, let's refocus the camera now that we're got some color on there. It might be a little, let's go ahead and zoom in one. It's autofocus. Where's my Sherry card? This focuses everything. There we go. There we go. Both sides of the paper. You could draw on both sides of the paper. I usually don't because, I mean, it's thick. It's shipping paper. It's wrapping paper. I usually don't do both sides because I roll it up and just do the other side. You'd have to roll it the other way, and the paper's kind of like shaped to roll one way. So you'd kind of be fighting the paper. Yeah, you could though, you know, but I mean, a roll of this paper, you know, is only $3 and something for 50 feet or whatever. It's, you get a lot on here. So, and I'm only drawing on, you know, I still got another 8 inches on this side, you know, right here. I think it's 30 inches wide. I think it's 30 inches wide, maybe 50 feet or something. And then here's that little one that we were practicing on here. So you can kind of get your little practice in. And you can go in here with pencils and paint. Just make sure that your paint is dry before you go in there with pencils. And I'm going to go back in here with some more paint too. And you can go in here with blue pencils. Oh yeah, the surface is the same on both sides. It's like a brown grocery bag is what it is. It's like a brown grocery bag. All right, so let me just get a few color pencils here. We'll play with, I can go back in here with paint, more paint if I want to, but we're going to just go in here with some pencil for now. And again, after we do this project, I have a color book project to work on. So where's my indigo blue? It's a dark blue. And again, you can test your colors on the scroll itself. I know I've got an indigo blue in here somewhere. Another blue. Let's just test some blues. Where is that baby? Where's that blue? I need my indigo blue. Where are you? Do I have to take everything out? Oh, I must have put it in a different slot because it's not there. I have to dig out my rolls. Hang on. I gotta find an indigo. sure if I need a, I got a violet. Does this seem to go? I got a new one there, I think. Oh, here's one. There we go. Okay. Yeah, I try to put a blue piece of tape around my indigos because they look just like black. So they're really coming along. What are you're just checking in like every 20 minutes, and that's why, or every 15 minutes, Mel. That's why you can see the progress. Okay, so let's go ahead and okay, let me empty this little jar. I'm making a big mess here. I just keep a little thing handy here to sharpen so that I don't have to keep reaching. All right, so let's see here. So I got my white. I got a slate blue. Got a couple shades of blue there. That one, a lighter one. My violet blue, which is kind of almost the same shade tone as that. This is kind of a, this is blue slate. What's that one? That's the same. Oh, that one, I don't need two of those. And then my indigo. And of course, black. So I think we'll go with those. That'll be enough. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and go. You know what? I almost need a true blue. Where's my true blue? True blue here. That might be too. It's a little. Yeah, maybe a little. We'll try a little of it. Yeah, when you're on the road. All right, so let's go ahead and. I'll probably work on both of them at the same time. I got his nose really big. This one's nose needs to be a little bit smaller there. Just make an adjustment. And I might go in here with a little bit of pencil, a little more paint. But again, guys, this is what, you want to do your practicing and your sketching and need some more paint on that one. His little mouth comes a little bit like that. It's the angle of it. It looks funny. So I'm just going to get back in here with a little bit more detail. And we'll add some more paint. He's got his little toes coming out right this all. But my point is with this, guys, is just to show you that if you don't want a sketch book, you can have a sketch scroll. Have a sketch scroll. Hey, Eileen. Eileen saying thanks for all the cards. You're welcome, Eileen. Everybody's glad to see you. I told them that I didn't know if you'd be here until after, well, I knew you wouldn't be here until after your doctor appointments. But, yeah, yay. Good to see you. Fill the girls in as much as you can type anyway. How you're doing. We're just kind of messing around with some frogs. I'll try to kind of keep up there too. I know, it's good to see you. Good to see our ETEE. So any updates, Eileen? How you doing? I'm watching chat, and if y'all are watching this recording, this is a live show on Ustream with live chat and live people. Trying to read a little bit and see how Eileen's doing. On painting / sketching. Just kind of getting in the amphibian, frogs, amphibians, lizards, all of it. Inktober, mood before, and I've been doing a lot of sketching and stuff too of them, so they have be ready for that. No, we were fine. We had a little bit of rain, but you know, Georgia's big, so you have a bad storm in one spot and not in another. It's a little finger painting too. Yeah, I've made him nice and chunky. Let's get a little bit more dark blue in there. I was looking to see any more. Did Eileen see anything else? Okay, I gotta concentrate a little. So I'm just kind of messing around here, guys. Again, you know, you just gotta play. You have to not worry. I was not sleeping. All right, so let's see. All right, I gotta quit messing with the paint because I won't stop. I gotta stop. I'll get in there and do a little bit more detail. still can't get over his nose, and it's a little off, but it's fine. It's fine. He's cute. He's kind of cute. Bigger eyes. Bigger eyes. All right. Let me dry it so I can get in there with some pencil. Oh, goodness. Cutie patootie. Anybody else I missed? Thanks for stopping in. We're just doing a little. I'm going to spend probably about 10 more minutes, and that's all. I'm trying to keep the videos about an hour so they don't have any upload problems. All right, so now I'm going to get in here with some pencil, and I'm going to start doing a little bit more detail with some pencil, and then and start putting in some spots a little bit here and there. Let's do his little nostril. And again, I'm not trying to follow exactly any pictures. I just got my reference for the, like, in other words, I'm not trying to draw every spot in the exact same spot. I'm just drawing spots. Black. I need the darker. And it almost looks like it could splatter some here. It's a little tummy under there. The grandkids, everybody's fine. I don't know what the question was. Everybody's fine. They start school, I think Thursday. I want to play with those little toes and everything a little more. I'm really anxious to do some more on the feet. Look how fat I made him. Oh my gosh, he's a little chubs. Made him a little chubs, that's for sure. But, that might be a good idea for something. Chubby frogs. Chubby frogs. Let me sharpen my pencil again. It looks like an old man. Looks like a little old man. I like that. I like the little old man look. You gotta be working on both of them at the same time. The little old man look. She needs Frog Craig or a fly watcher. Okay, I do not know what that means, Bam. I don't know what Frog Craig is. A blue moon? Well, we can have a blue moon. There, got a blue moon. Put a little glow around it. There we go. Okay, so let's see. Let's go back to some more spots, because I'm going to splatter some on here too, because he's got thousands of spots. And right now I'm just trying to get the main ones. I'm going to kind of highlight them a little here. Let's go in here with a little bit of blend. Yeah, I got him he's got a big old belly. He needs a Budweiser. I got him a big old belly on there. Okay. It actually needs to come like right there, but okay, let's go back to the feet. Where's my brush? Alrighty. Oops. You can see just some play here with some acrylic paint and some pencil. Alright, so maybe we need a little bit of black spots. Let me get a bigger, fluffier brush. Let's see here. Alright, this one will work. Alright, let me get a little bit of black. Can't see right here. I'm just getting a little bit of wet. Do a little splatter here. Get his spots going. And I'll dry those, and I can do more of the individual ones. He's got a lot of spots, a lot of splatter. Give him a little personality right off. There we go. All right, let me dry this, guys. Oh, you did? Okay, I missed that. Somebody said Budweiser Blue Frog. I didn't see that. But this is how you can play and sketch and, you know. All right, so now let me go back in here with a few bigger spots. So anyway, guys, I hope y'all had some fun with a little bit of frog sketching. I want to do a little bit more on his toes, because I really love these toes. I think the frog toes are so interesting. Let's play with those just a little bit here. Because like this right here, let me show you. I really like the way that in between the toes, I like how they're kind of that web. Let me get it darker. I like that little webby. And then I like how they have the little round like this. I don't know if y'all can see it. Alright, let's get in here a little bit more with that right there. Just comes around this way. Let's do some toes. Oops, sorry. Uh-oh, got off camera there for a second. Alright, guys. Highlight here and there. Where's my black pencil? Oh, where's my black pencil? Yeah, I've done a lot of tree frog, the orange and green ones. I've done a lot of those. So I said, well, I'm going to do blue today. Because I've done so many other colors. I mean, the other color ones. Oh, where's my black? Let's get back in here with a few more spots, bigger ones. There we go. I'm going to spend a whole lot more time, but you know, you can spend as much time and effort you want. All right, let's readjust some of his limbs here. A little bit of personality. Tails come this way. That needs paint in there. If something's just not working for you, just paint over it. Like this these shoulders need to be a little taller, I think. Now let me dry it so I can do a little bit last pencil stuff here. I think I'll do a couple other frog sketches on here just to give me a little bit more practice for the Inktober, but I'm liking the little bit of play we did here with them. These little toes come down a little bit like that. And this leg needs a little bit more thickness. This leg looks broken. Oh, geez. Okay. It's because his little belly's so big. Let's fatten that leg up. Let's fatten that leg up. Hey, Island Girl. Anybody else I missed? Thanks for stopping in. We're just playing with a little bit of frog things today. For right now, anyway. All right, real quick. Let me get in here with my light blue. And I wanted to kind of, oops, let me go around these spots a little. Make them stand out a little. Something like that. A little bit more light blue. I'm going to draw a couple more frog sketches, not any color ones. I mean, just some, sharpen my pencil again. Thanks, guys. Stuck his leg in the yeah, maybe. All right. But, you know, because it's acrylic paint, as long as it's dry, you can go over it, you know. You can go over it with color pencil. You girls crack me up. All right. This foot really needs to be fixed. Like, his little feet need to come up like that. I like the little toes to come like this. So they kind of come out like that. It just looked kind of cool to have them kind of like almost like that, like little knuckles. Gives it more oomph. I gotta stop. I got to stop. I'll keep playing and messing with it. Anyway, guys, just so you know that you can play on your art scroll. Okay, what kind of shoes do frogs? Yes, they wear open toes. Like this. Okay, here we go. Let's see how we could do this. He would have his little shoe like this, because his little toes would have to hang over the edge, right? So he would have his little sandals like this, like flip-flops. So he'd have little flip-flops like this, right? And he probably would have to have more than one, you know, like we have the one that comes between the toe. He'd have to have two. He'd have to have two. Let me get some paint. He'd have to have two bands. This little flip-flop here, the little holder there, like that. Let's see, his little flip-flop would come around this way. And his little flip-flop would come around like I don't know how they attach around his foot like that, but he'd have to have two little... Uh-oh, I got my sleeve in it again. Hang on, guys. Yeah, he'd have to have two little, instead of just the one coming between the toe, he'd have to have two. All right, let me get the paint off my arm because I'm dragging my arm through it. Hang on, guys. Open toe. Oh, that's a good one, Silver. Okay, I got to write that down. If y'all missed that. Open toed shoes. Oh my gosh, that's a good one. All right, let me roll my sleeve up a little because it's all wet and I dragged it through the paint. All right, hang on. I gotta write that down. Okay, where's my marker? Let me dry this first because the whole thing's wet everywhere. Okay, so he's got his little flip flops here. They come around, right? Like this somehow, and then it comes and connects right in there. Open toed shoes. Silver. There's his little toes here, right? Let's get blue. I want to get his toes in here blue so you can see which is his toes here. There's his little foot up there. And his leg would go up that way. Open-toed shoes. Love that. Okay, we just invented frog shoes. Oh my gosh! Oh, I gotta love it. Wait a minute, where's my? Let me get my white here. All right, so let's see here. Oh, how the flip flops go to the back there. I just want to try to make a distinction between his little toes there. Because that's where they're connecting. Wait, let me try to block that in. That's what we need. We'll block that in and then darken the little connector with the little dot of paint. So that's where the little... Oh my God. Oh. No, Dede, Silver called them frog flip-flops. Frog flops, okay? So we got frog flops too, okay? Open-toed shoes and frog flops. Oh, gee. Okay, guys, I think we're going to stop on that. I wanted to draw a few more frog sketches, just some sketches, but I don't know. We're getting low on time for an hour. We're already past an hour. Maybe we can go about 5 more minutes. Okay, toad. Oh, brother, y'all get crazy now. So you can see how much room we still have over here. See, we got a lot of. Let me roll it over here. See, we still have lots of frog space here. Maybe I'll just draw a couple little frog sketches over here. Okay, let's see. Here's my white pencil. All right. Then we will take a break and put some, and then work on some other projects. Where's my other? Oh well, I'll just hold it down. I don't know where my other little thing went here. All right, so, well, I do have to go back over this way because I don't know where my pencil sharpener is. Where did it go? Where's my little thing of, oh, there it is. Okay. I have to have my sharpeners do a little cartoon frog with a tiara. We've done a whole bunch of little cartoons. Like the one that comes to my mind is Mimi. Mimi, the alligator smoking a cigarette with the handbag and all that. I'm just going to draw a couple of frog sketches over here because I want to keep, like I said, I'm going to be doing Inktober. So I've got quite a few sheets of frogs, alligators, reptiles, and whatnot, amphibians. It's black. You could draw a frog on a little page. Yes, I could, but we're not going to do that today. Today I just really wanted to do a quick little, because I got the new what you call it, new scroll roll of sorry, I got in the zone for a second. Craft paper. What did Silver say? Oh, she looked at a frog. What do frogs do with paper? Rip it. Oh, brother. Oh my gosh. Ah. Uh, so this is just kind of what I do when I want to, kind of get in the zone for whatever thing I want to draw. Is I just do little sketches like this. Let's see here. What other ones? I got one facing me. Here's one that's facing forward. Let's do him right down here. Sharpen again. A couple of chickadees are shiny. Oh, you're talking about the cat. The cat Carrie's cat city. This is like a real close up here. Where's my black? So anyway, guys, get a roll of what do you call it? Craft wrapping paper. To practice on. Do we have any questions or anything before we go on to the next segment? Where's my... No questions? I'm gonna move on, guys. If you don't have anything else. What happened? Okay, all right. Silver must. She's on a frog joke kick now. Uh, all right, guys. I'm gonna stop this. I'm gonna stop our frog. Although I just want to draw some more toes. I love the toes. Oh my gosh, I love me some frog toes. With or without sandals. I still like him either way. All right, guys, let me go ahead and stop this. Let me go ahead and stop this. It's getting a little, I told you so. All right, guys. All right, let me stop this. Let me stop this while we can. I'll be right back. Thanks everybody for watching this crazy recording. All right.